One thing I've realized this week living by a rule of life is how quickly structure reveals the truth. When you actually commit to living intentionally, you start to see very clearly what holds and what doesn't. And for me, what held this week would be structure. Starting physical therapy, getting clear to drive again, and coming out of the sling for my shoulder forced me to be patient with recovery instead of trying to rush it. And that patience carried into some other areas as well, with my finances, discipline with my time, and being more aware of the habits that I tend to default to when I'm tired. And then on the other side of that, some things that slipped this week, but I noticed and became aware of was my impatience. It still showed up because there's part of me that wants to move faster, train harder, and get back to normal right away, but my recovery timeline doesn't really allow that. And honestly, that's been a lesson in itself. And some things that I learned, through all of this process this week would be how progress usually feels slower than we want it to. But structure is what helps you stay steady when the momentum isn't necessarily there yet. And a rule of life doesn't just make things easier, it makes things much more clear. So, some things that I'm adjusting going into this next week would be focusing on respecting the process, showing up to physical therapy, keeping structure around my time and finances, and continuing to choose discipline before comfort. And a question that I'm sitting with that I think everybody can sit with as well is what structure in your life is actually protecting your future? And that's how I'm living my rule of life right now.